ordinance number 566, transfer of powers within the Pleasant View Urban Renewal District. Our civil prosecuting attorney, Pat Braden. And I should also welcome Shelley Underwood, City Administrator, Post Falls, and Diane Fontaine, Director, Post Falls Urban Renewal District. Welcome, ladies.
And Commissioners, thank you. This is Pat Braden, Civil Deputy Prosecutor for the record. I'm here to introduce the measure that's before you today. This ordinance is intended to allow the Post Falls Urban Renewal Agency to exercise jurisdiction within the identified proposed Pleasant View Urban Renewal District that would be administered by the Post Falls Urban Renewal Agency under the auspices of the City of Post Falls. Again, as Chairman Filios has indicated, representatives of both are here today. This would allow them to exercise their powers prior to the time at which the properties are annexed into the city. They are either have been annexed or in the process of being annexed into the city at this point, and this will allow annexation into the Urban Renewal District while that process is ongoing. So that's it for me, unless there are any questions. I did work with attorneys for both the city and district, and they both signed off on the language. So.
Okay, wonderful. Questions for Pat? Thank you, Pat. As this is a public hearing, Shelley, Diane, would either of you wish to speak? Okay, fair enough. Anyone else? For or against? Any comment? Is anyone on? Okay, then. Pat, are you looking for a motion here?
Yeah, we need to end
We need to end.
public testimony.
Okay, so let's end public testimony, please.
I move that we end public testimony and enter into deliberations.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Filios.
Aye. Entering into deliberations. Thoughts?
Well, just in general, I just have issues with URDs just because the tax shift going from business and stuff to the homeowners is an issue that we're experiencing right now in Kootenai County. However, Post Falls has done a very good job about returning money and closing early, and so I don't have an issue with the way they have run past URDs.
Bill?
I have no issues with it at all. I would prefer we don't use URDs, but we're using them, so be it.
And I have nothing further to add. In that case, do we have a motion?
I move that we approve ordinance number 566, which is the transfer of powers within the Pleasant View Urban Renewal District.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Filios.
Aye, and the motion is hereby approved for ordinance number 566, transfer of powers within the Pleasant View Urban Renewal District. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, item number 2, bid opening 2021-02, Kootenai County Marine Building Detective Processing Edition, Board of County Commissioners. Leslie.
Yeah. Corey, are you on the line? Okay. So what he has done is we've not received any bids, and what he's done is extend the deadline till June 15th. So for any interested bidders, they can submit via that revised date. And he has contacted those people who were interested.
Okay, so we're not taking any action today.
No.
All right, then. Third item, contract for wood waste recycling with Cannon Hill Industries, JP, John Phillips for solid waste.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Thank you for having me. John Phillips for the record. Recently, the BOCC awarded bid number 2021-01, the wood recycling contract to Cannon Hill Industries Incorporated. This contract is a proposed 5-year agreement with options of up to 2 additional 1-year terms if subsequent prices per ton are acceptable to the county. The initial term is from October of 2021 through September of 2026. The year prices, year 1 starts at $34 a ton, year 2, $35 a ton, year 3, $36 per ton, year 4, $37 per ton, and finally year 5, $38 per ton, with the next 2 years being negotiable or we rebid. The Solid Waste Department is asking that you now sign the agreement to finalize entering into that contract for wood waste recycling with Cannon Hill Industries.
Any questions for JP?
Nope.
Motion, please. Want to take it, Bill?
Sure, I move that we sign the contract for wood waste recycling with Cannon Hill Industries and Solid Waste.
Second?
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye, motion is carried. Thank you, JP. Third amendment for the professional services agreement with CH2, also, is this also Cannon Hill?
No.
CH2M Hill, that's somebody else,
Yes.
okay. Party of Jacobs and our solid waste organization. Go ahead, JP.
Good afternoon. Thank you. John Phillips again for the record. This third amendment to an existing professional services agreement with CH2M Hill or Jacobs Engineering is for the following. It's for updating the life cycle analysis, providing a rough grading plan for phase E3, and also for developing and completing permitting support elements for the future south cell of the landfill. This amendment will add an estimated $81,214 to what was previously approved. Budget carry forwards have occurred in previous years, and since this work has been ongoing since 2016, the department does have the funds already budgeted and approved for this work in this fiscal year. In closing, the Solid Waste Department is requesting that you approve and sign this third amendment to the existing agreement for professional services with Jacobs CH2M Hill.
Okay. Any questions for JP?
Nope.
Motion.
I move that we approve the third amendment for the professional services agreement with CH2M Hill Jacobs.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Thank you, JP. Item 5, financial and federal audit contract extension, audit engagement letter with Ide Bailey. Keith, go right ahead, sir.
Thank you, Commissioners. Good afternoon, Keith Taylor from the Auditor's Office for the record. Before you is a contract extension to request to retain Ide Bailey as the county's financial auditors for another 2-year period. Ide Bailey has served as Kootenai County's auditor since 2016 and have issued their opinion over the prior 5 annual financial statements. So beyond that, Ide Bailey's been a joy to work with, and included within their fee is services far beyond audit services. They provided us a host of free CPE. They've weighed in on things like new federal awards such as the ARPA monies or the coronavirus. They've just been a huge asset to our office and the county as a whole in terms of professional financial advisors. So if approved, the new audit contract would be for $49,500 for fiscal year 2021's audit. This would be a $1,400 increase or a 2.9% year-over-year increase from last year. And then if the second year engagement letter was signed for fiscal year 2022's audit, that amount would total $51,500 or a $1,500 increase. So it's about a $1,500 jump every year there. So this is a professional service contract that doesn't require competitive bids. And then all amounts from this quote have been budgeted for fiscal year 22's budget.
Got it.
Just a question. Isn't it different people who perform the audit each year within their,
Oh, you mean individuals
Yeah.
within the company?
yeah.
Generally, we have the same partner and the same manager. We've had them for all 5 years.
Is that Jody?
Yeah, so Jody Doherty has been our partner, and Barry Weber has been the senior manager on our audit for the entire 5 years. And that continuum is really important from just being able to work through the
Sure.
audit efficiently. So,
But then I thought they had other people kind of underneath them that also helped out.
yeah, they do.
I'm just concerned about like new eyes and not people assuming things going forward that, there are new eyes looking at it each year. So that's where I'm going for it, coming from.
Yeah, no, I understand that concern, and that's one of the reasons we switched from our prior auditors. But yeah, I mean, but on the other side of that, the fact that, you know, maintaining that senior level allows,
Right.
you know, new, younger eyes to take a look at that from year to year. Yeah, so correct. The staff underneath that changes
Yeah.
consistently from year to year.
But overseen by senior management.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly. But you have that continuum and partners that really
Okay.
are the ones that are advising,
Yep.
you know, the board at large and.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Yep.
Bill, anything?
No.
Motion?
I move, I don't know if it's my turn or yours, but
Oh,
I
go
move
ahead.
that we approve the financial and federal audit contract extension with Ide Bailey.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Philios,
Aye, and the motion's carried. Thank you, Keith. Item 6, awarding the weapon and badge and ID card for the retirement of Deputy Kane's, KCSO. Who's speaking for KCSO? Anyone? Well, I guess it's a formality, so go ahead and make the motion.
Okay, I move that we award the weapon, badge, and ID card on the retirement of Deputy Keynes of KCSO.
Second.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Philios,
Aye, and the motion is carried. Item number 7, termination of lease at the airport, AAL-2020-500 with Ashley Construction. Stephen?
I think we can handle both.
Commissioner Stephen Kizell for the record. Item 7 and 8.
7 and 8 are together? Okay, go right ahead.
Yeah, the Commissioner said this is a lease termination for AL 2020-500 Ashley Construction. The hangar has been sold to Black Rock Bay, which is AL 2021-600, and it is in the amount of $3,203.20 per year.
Okay. Questions for Stephen? Motion.
Your turn?
Who did the last one?
I did.
Oh,
I
you
I
did.
did.
Never mind. Fine. I move that we approve the termination of lease AAL 2020-500 Ashley Construction and approve ground lease AAL 2021-600 Black Rock Bay Vacations.
A perfect motion, which I will second.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Philios,
Aye. Motion is carried. Item number 9, program award closeout with the Department of Justice and the Bureau of Justice Assistance, Coronavirus Emergency Supplemental Funding, Resource Management Office. Kim?
Yes, thank you. Kim Riley for the record. We are requesting authorization to proceed with the closeout for the Department of Justice Coronavirus Emergency Supplemental Funding. The amount received was $59,117. The sheriff did fully expend their award amount of $53,743, and we also have the indirect admin cost of $5,374.
Okay, any questions for Kim? Motion.
I move that we approve the program award closeout with the Department of Justice and Bureau of Justice Assistance and Coronavirus Emergency Supplemental Funding and Resource Management.
Second.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Philios,
Aye, motion carried. Item number 10, Resolution 2021-59, approved roster of professional consulting service providers, Resource Management Office. Pat?
Pat Braden, Civil Deputy Prosecutor again. Even though it was submitted by Resource Management Office and actually brought to my attention by Jody Beasy, who directs that office, it is of county-wide applicability. This would continue the approved roster of professional consulting service providers that was originally approved in December of 2018. It was discovered to have expired in December of 2020, hence the retroactivity clause in the resolution. This would just continue that list with no changes, either additions or subtractions at this point. It would continue to be valid through December 31st, 2022, unless the board desires to make any changes to it before then. And it's before you for approval.
Okay. Motion, please.
I move that we approve Resolution 2021-59, which is the roster of professional consulting service providers.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye. Motion carried. Item number 11, and if I didn't bring my notes. Wonderful. I missed the item when I reviewed it. Okay, so last Thursday, I attended the annual budget meeting for Panhandle Health. And, well, I guess the net of it is that from the 4 months from March of 22 through June, because the state is on a July to June calendar year, we're on a October to September calendar year. Our piece, our added piece, if you will, is about $267,000. So if you annualize that, you basically multiply it by 3, and that comes out to roughly something around $840,000 or $850,000. So it is almost doubles our contribution to Panhandle Health. Obviously, we have the lion's share of the population in District 1, and so we have the lion's share of the contribution. There aren't many changes to their budget. The primary increase, they need to hire 2 environmental techs. That's one of the additions. The other is they had 1 or 2 other positions that were identified, but if the growth rate abates any, they're probably not going to fill those positions, so there is the possibility of that number declining. But the way it stands right now, an additional $267,000 March through June of March, April, May, June of 2022. And that's where we're at. And so it was approved. Obviously, the other districts didn't have an issue with it since we're paying the lion's share. But meeting was fine. I was the one that asked most of the questions, but I guess that stands to reason since we have the biggest bite, or they're taking the biggest bite from us. And there you have it.
And at that meeting, did Laura announce her retirement?
No, she did not. Actually, you might want to.
Yes,
you
I'll
might
touch
want to
on
address that.
Very good. I move that we approve the recap of May 27th, 2021 Panhandle Health District Budget Meeting.
Good motion, but not necessary.
It's not necessary.
It was just informational.
It's an FYI.
Should say
I know.
FYI here.
You get double credit, though.
FYI. Anyway, tell us.
Tell us, I'm afraid to say anything now. I attended the regular monthly meeting of the Panhandle Health, and things have, at least inside the room, I wasn't outside, but it seemed to calm down. They had a good discussion about what was happening, and I forget what she said, 40 or 65 different areas that they take care of. Most people just think it's one area or 2 areas, or restaurants or sewers or, whatever, septic tanks, but there's a lot more to it than that. But she said after 21 years, she's retiring. And they're doing, what's his name, Joe?
Joe Rogello or...
And he's been working there as kind of a number 2 for a long time. And he's going to take over as the interim while they do a nationwide search for a new director. About it?
Anything else?
I don't know, I'll make a motion if you'd like.
Oh, no need. Anything else?
No.
Public comment? Hearing none. 2:23, meeting adjourned. Thank you, everyone.